Welcome to Free Soul Awakening, the podcast that invites you to liberate yourself from conditioning, fear, and self-doubt. And remember that your soul was never meant to be caged, it was meant to be free.
Have thoughts and feelings
Okay.
about money that people tend to not necessarily agree with, but I think they're fair.
I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna do my intro and then you saying, I have thoughts, feelings, and thoughts about money. Okay. Hey guys, my name's Ashley. I am your host for Free Soul Awakening podcast, and today we are joined by a returning guest, my cousin, Mac Daddy. Return of the Mac. Da, da, na, 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 I don't know the words. Probably should. It's okay.
It's not like the best song. It's good. It's
No,
fine.
it's a bop.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
bop. Like, I'll
Mhm.
bop to it, you know?
It's more like the music on it's good than the lyrics, I feel like.
Yeah, it's like a vibe.
Yep,
It's like the whole song is like a vibe,
totally.
you know?
Yep.
I am an evidential medium and I've been on my healing journey for 4 years now. And today we are going to discuss money. Our feelings about money, our thoughts about money. Is money real? Is it fake? Is it in between?
Is it important?
Is it
Is it?
important?
Yep.
How important is it?
Yep. How to get more of it?
How to get less of it? We can do that too.
We could. I have some ideas.
I have a lot of ideas. I actually, I am going to start off with a little story. This is more about manifestation, really, but I do think it's important to tell so people can kind of change your mindset around money and things. I would say about 3 years ago, because I think my car is 3 years old. So 3 years ago, I would always say I'm broke. I would always say I'm broke. I'm broke. I have no money. I'm broke. And it's not that I didn't have money. It's just I didn't have, extra money. If I
It
went
came
on a
and went. The
vacation,
money came and went. Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
So wasn't rolling in it. I didn't have enough I would really have to save for a vacation if I wanted to go on vacation, but I was okay. I had a roof over my head. My son was taken care of, but I would always, always say I'm so broke. And I remember 3 years ago, there was like a series of events that happened. And one of those events was that my transmission on my car, that was only about 5 years old, just kaputzed. So it just died on the highway. And I was in like the middle of the road. And of course, I was one of those people, I was stuck. And I was like, oh God, they had to, tow my car to
Terrifying.
yeah, tow my car to the shop. And they said it's your transmission. And I think they said like $5,000 to $6,000 or something. And I said, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I just ended up getting a new car. But the thing was, my new car is $200 more than my old car was. And I was like, oh my God. So it's just about how your mindset is around money because now I don't say I'm broke. Even if I might not have all the money in the world or the money that I want, I just say I don't have extra funds. And I think that's a good way to kind of look at it. It's like, hey, I'm good, but I just don't have the extra funds I'd like right now. So,
Or even just like it goes with the manifestation thing. Like if I don't know. I just firmly believe that what you say and put out there comes back to you. And if you're always thinking about what you like, it sounds so corny, what you don't have, then you
yeah.
literally can't do good at the things that are making you money and stuff like that. If you're always like, oh my God, I'm so broke, then you're going to be mad at your job. And then you're honestly not going to get that raise because you're like mad because you're ungrateful. And I'm not saying that you can't deserve more money, obviously, because most people do deserve more money. But you have to be grateful for the amount that is coming in, no matter what, even if it isn't a lot, because if you're not, then they're focusing literally your energy on
What you don't
like
have,
yeah,
what you're lacking.
and it like just seeps into like the other parts of your life, and then And think about so many people who are kind of like maybe a little bit on the miserable side or things like that. Why does this happen? It's because they're so focused on what they don't have. And I completely understand. Like, you talked about having your basic needs met and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That kind of helps. Um,
Yeah.
I I don't really know what it's like to be in a position where like you don't have somewhere to stay or anything like that. Like you're so broke that so in those kinds of like instances, I don't know what to tell you on manifestations of this. But if you said like do have your needs met and things like there, you absolutely have to have a mindset that is like I am abundant in so many ways.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not particularly money at this current second, but I have some,
Yeah.
yes, but there's so much abundance around me and other things that like it's okay. Money will come. It's kind of like your life can only be so full, right? Like if you've got so much money, well then you don't really have as much time for your friends and your family because you're probably working really really hard
But
to
think,
make so
yeah,
much money.
think
And
of
so it's
it,
cool, like it's a balance anyway. Yeah.
yeah, think of it like the people that are really, really rich. It's not like they're super, super happy and they're like, oh, I got all this money. They are constantly chasing more money. They just want more money.
They're still focused on
So focused.
to them they feel broke compared to Jeff Bezos. And Jeff Bezos feels broke compared to some Saudi Arabia billionaire family, money that they've been rich for generations. Like Jeff Bezos isn't a Rothschild. Like there are even richer people than the Bezoses. And they're weird like weddings and stuff that they do.
Yeah,
Like
for sure. I mean,
yeah,
I always like to when I manifest, going back to me saying like I don't have extra funds, I always say yet. Because I do have, I'm in a good position now, or I'm able to save a little bit, and can I take a $10,000 trip to Europe? No. Um, but yet, one day, absolutely. So I like to say I don't have extra funds yet, but I always do try to be grateful for what I have because as a spiritual person, and if you are a spiritual person, I do believe in spirit guides, God, the universe, what have you, that it's really, really important to be grateful for what we have because we do take a lot for granted. We take our health for granted. We take the fact that we do have a roof over our heads for granted, that we can pay for our groceries for granted. So even though everything's kind of expensive right now, so I get it. I get it. And it's just, I've been, I was talking to Danielle. I talk to Danielle almost every day, and I was stressing about money because I have to move. And so I just got an
Ugh,
apartment and
moving's great, but it's also just super stressful.
yes, and
Yeah.
I'm stressed, but I'm stressed about money because I have to pay the deposit and the rent's a lot more than I'm paying here, and I want it to be closer to my son, so I had to go, but I can afford it. It's just how much am I gonna have left over? And I started to obsess about it, and I have to buy a couch, and I have to buy my son a bed, and I have to buy, and then I thought, what am I doing? Like it doesn't matter. Like, and this is just my opinion. Like, money
Mhm.
doesn't matter. It's
It
not what
really,
life is about. Like, life isn't about stressing over money.
yeah.
If I really think if I thought, oh God, I'm going to be struggling to even put food on the table, I think I would stress a lot more
Yeah.
because I wouldn't know how I'm going to feed my son or wouldn't know how I'm going to feed myself. But fortunately, I am lucky and in a
Mhm.
position where I'm able to do that. So,
And I think
and
that it's the same kind of spot that most people, if not a lot of people, are kind of in. Most people are not right now like rolling in the dough by any means. Like everyone that I know, all of my normal friends for the most part, like are they're all we're everyone's being held afloat just in a different way, maybe a different type of like the people who are doing super super well tend to come from like a family with like a lot of money already or tend to like have so those the other circumstances and things and like so depending on like where you're like no one is doing so insane and so great the average person they and then we all kind of want the same things but it's just like more time and more to do things we want to do and like
yeah,
enjoy to do and we're all just like chasing this amount of money and more money and the bigger house, and like it's just so exhausting for everyone. And yeah, and like that's where like I really, and that's why I am with you in like the, or why like money's not real, is because at the end of the day it's just our time that we're spending to like make this money. And like, sure, could you maybe pick up like a second job or something on the weekends or some shit if you like really really had to? I mean, kind of like you'd have to like bartend at night or something, like. And that's always like people say, if you want extra money or whatever, get like a little part-time job or whatever. Like my ideal scenario would be that things also just get cheaper too,
Yeah.
like that we don't have to eat, or you know, like things equal out in a way that, do I think that's going to happen? I don't know. I hope so. In order for like housing and things to get where we need to get, like
That's the
with
thing.
people have to stop looking at houses as like, especially housing, like regular schmegular housing. Like if you want to look at like mansions and like beachfront properties and things that are like honestly like too much for like one person or like one family, and like look at those as investments, that's cool, fine. But like a regular property, like a regular apartments and things, those are not investments. That's like literally just like where people have to live to like do their like jobs and like live
Yeah.
daily. They should not make money. And not, and like not like, oh well, they shouldn't make like this percent. No, they should not make, you, no one should make any money on things. Like it should be a break even. We should pay exactly what it costs for this box to exist. And if you want it, people will still spend money on clothes and do the stupid shit and like do all the other stuff, but like for certain necessities
Yeah.
that like people literally need to live, it is not an investment for you. Like if you, the people that are like, I own a six duplex, like my next door neighbor. So
Oh.
don't, yeah, like that game we were playing, whatever. That whole premise of that was step
Oh
on
my
someone else in order
God.
for you to get ahead. And I just
Yeah.
don't think, and I literally think like the only way, like the government's got to tell you to stop. Like I don't think people are just gonna like stop. I think someone like, there's gonna have to be like a reason to like actually stop doing it. But yeah, and just stuff like that where it's like the things that, same with like food, like fancy
Yeah.
food, sure, whatever. I don't care about your fancy food, your this and that, but like regular pantry staples or whatever, like that you go to the grocery store for all the time, like those things should not be, those should not be making people money, especially a lot of money, but like any money really. They should make just enough money to sustain the system
Yeah.
so that it exists and people can get what they need, and like that's it. And like, yeah, it's just, yeah. And so, but with that, a lot of people lose a lot of money,
Yeah.
and they would have to live a much simpler lifestyle, and they'd have to not get the
Mhm.
7 vacations a year, maybe only get the one.
Right.
And I know how crazy, isn't that so crazy? And I'm talking to myself too. I live more of the privileged lifestyle than some, like, but I also chose not to have kids or anything yet.
Right.
So if I had kids, it'd be a whole different story. I'd have a whole. So that's the other thing, is there are like some choices like that you can make that also affect your finances. Like guy I work with, like he sits next to me and they just had a baby. He came back after 2 weeks, and they have two under. You know, he just had a baby. Sorry, I apologize. That was incorrect language. His wife just had a baby, and he was
Like.
there to hold her hand. He is exhausted, exhausted,
Yeah. Oh
and
my
that's just
God.
what it is.
So, what's really important in life? I guess that's the thing, right? What's really important? Because I remember driving after I was stressed out about the apartment and the money and all this stuff. And I was driving and I saw a really nice mountain with trees. And I thought, oh man. And I just relaxed kind of immediately. And I thought, oh my God, that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like, money doesn't matter. And it does to an extent, right? I don't want to be like, oh, it doesn't matter at all, blah, blah, blah. It matters to an extent to make sure we're able to provide ourselves and our kids and our family with basic necessities. But at the end of the day, life is just about enjoying every moment that you can. Like,
yeah.
life
And
is
I
great.
I don't, yeah. I definitely don't encourage debt, but do understand that like the way that money and stuff is set up right now, it's mostly just debt of some kind or some way, credit cards, school loans, whatever. So like I I'm not saying take out a lot of money, because interest will get you completely, depending on like the interest, housing, like whatever. But don't feel bad about being in debt or like those types of things, because like money should not hold like moral weight over people either. And I think that is like same in the same way that like just because you have a lot of money does not mean you're a good person, kind of thing. You don't feel bad just because you are either like not where you want to be or
Yeah.
whatever, like have a lot of debt and stuff. Because one fun fact is that the Federal Reserve, the people who do our money, every time you deposit, so like let's say I deposit $10,000 in a savings account or like whatever, that gives my local bank the ability to lend up to $100,000 because they only have to have 10% of what they lend out. So that that's where inflation comes from. That's where like the printing of that's literally they're like kind of ever since money became like more computers,
Mhm.
they've like really been like kind of like printing money like crazy. So just know that your government is in so much debt, and that's why. So like don't try to play fair in an unfair game.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to be the person who's like, I've been debt free my whole life and I've never, ever, ever had any credit card debt and I've never paid an interest payment. Well, like, good for you. Cool. Hope your
Yeah.
credit score's good. Like, whatever. But, like, you know, and this is coming from someone who's never, ever had debt. Ever. Like, I mean, maybe technically I've had a credit card, but I've like never paid an
Well,
interest payment. Like, I've literally
yeah.
never paid an interest payment in my life on anything. And it's
I have had that. I do
Most
have
people
that.
have. Most people
Yeah.
have. It's so normal today because of the way that everything is set up. Like in a lot of ways, some people will say it's good to have debt because you can use it to like leverage yourself in other ways. People used to say school debt was good debt. Now they're yelling at people being like, "How dare you take out all that money to go to school?" And it's like you told me it was good debt. Like you told me it would be, you know. And some of those like school loans, this one woman's school loan had a 17% interest rate. Yeah, she said she was on TikTok. I saw a TikTok video, and sure, maybe she was lying. I don't know. I don't know. But she was
Yeah.
crying in the video,
Holy
and it seemed
shit.
legit. And she literally was like, "I've been paying $1,200 a month for a year and a half, and I still owe the same amount of money because of the interest." I know, I know. I literally was like, never in my life would I do that. I would just rack that shit up. I would rack it up till I could declare bankruptcy or something. 17% interest rate? Are you kidding me? That's
Yeah.
not okay. It's
Right.
predatory. Why is the government doing that? Like, who's doing that? Like, yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. I can't. And, like, granted, like, sure, any normal person who knows anything wouldn't take out a 70% loan. But, like, why is that an option?
But I think people like spend your money.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people that won't take vacations, won't do this, and it's so frustrating because money will come back to you.
Yeah.
It
Spend
comes
your
and it
money,
goes.
especially if you're using it for your time.
Yeah, if you're going on a vacation, just go. Or if you're
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I should go on that trip, but you know what? I really need to save.
Yeah.
Money's gonna come and go, but that trip or whoever you're going with or whatever, like that could be some of the best memories you make and the best
Mhm.
times that you have. And that trumps money any day, all day, every
Yeah.
day. So go on that trip. Just
Or buy the thing that will make your life easier
yeah,
to an extent.
right, right.
Yeah. Especially if it'll save you time or
Yeah.
energy in the long run. I know people like, especially like older people who take pride in like, and maybe this is me being like maybe I'm a little technology, like snob a little bit or something. I don't know. But like take pride in doing like everything 100% the longest way it could take, or like, da da da. Again, like all you have is time, and like we're exchanging it for things and stuff. And I get,
And
yeah,
we don't even have much time. Like we don't. You
exactly.
think
When
you
you
have
think of
so
it, that's
much
why I keep
time and
talking
you
about like time
don't.
is money, is because like
Yeah.
not in a like, oh, time is money, but like, I mean, that was what they were saying too, though. They were like, hey, like you only have so much time, you know. But think of it in the other way. We're like, yeah, you only have so much time, and you're gonna worry about money the whole time.
It drives me crazy having 401ks, don't get me started, but it's good to have a 401k, right? I'm not knocking don't get a 401k. But okay, so I can't access that till I'm 65. What? I can't touch it?
That's
So
insane.
I'm
And then
like, what if
insane.
I'm what if I don't make it?
And the
And it's like,
statistical likelihood, like, and it gets increasingly more to like the point where like we probably won't be able to touch that money.
right.
Like,
And like, what am I doing when I'm 65? What if I'm so old and decrepit? No offense to 65-year-olds, I don't think that's old. But, you know, if I'm 65 and I'm not doing too hot,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
so I
Like,
put like
I would rather take
majority,
these current legs to South America than I
right.
would my
I'm in
65-year-old
I'm
legs.
yeah,
Like,
I'm in great shape ish right now. So I want to travel and do stuff, but
yeah,
I can't touch the money I have, and I'm taking a majority out of my paycheck to put this money in so that when I'm 65, I can actually live my life. Like,
yeah, yeah,
why can't I take that wh why can't I just like take it? Why can't it just be like a 401k where you can just touch? Oh, like who made that rule? Like, oh, you can't touch it till you're 65. Oh,
yeah,
you know what? Let me decide if I'm 65, if I want retirement or not. If I want let
yeah,
me decide that.
yeah. Yeah, that it's I don't trust institution. Well, I don't really trust any institution to be completely honest. But 401ks are not even older than like our grandparents. Like it feels like they quite literally were like, how can we find a way for us to take money from young people and keep it for ourselves and then just hope they don't live that long or whatever.
All right, guys, that's the end of our episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's thank Mac Daddy. Thanks, Mac, for coming on.
He's so mad.
That's Mac. Mackie.
I'm sorry. He's looking at me like, what the freak are you doing?
He's so cute.
I'm
We love
sorry.
him. I love you.
Love you so
And
much.
I love you so much.
Go, wait, am I on this side?
No.
Oh,
Yep, we got it. So good.
yay! Okay, good night.
Good night. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.